Hello. So, as a backer for Ashens and the Polybius Heist, I got an early digital edition a few days before it comes out, which is officially on the 19th, I believe. This review will be spoiler free, and I just want to point out that I do appreciate how much effort goes into making a feature film. As a filmmaker myself, I appreciate how much time and talent has to go into putting together something of this quality, and I take that into consideration while making this review, so enjoy. The film is a sequel to 2013's Ashens and the Quest for the Game Child, although you don't actually have to watch the first film to understand this one. They are two separate projects, although this is a sequel, but it's not like related in any way, plot-wise. Sorry, I've gone into a bit too much detail there. But yeah, the film basically is around Ashens and Eli, the two best friends. They work for a collectibles collection service, which often gets confused, and they make a joke about that. And basically Eli's been researching this old mythical kind of games console thing called the Polybius. It's supposed to be a relic of the technology, a relic of gaming history, that can basically could read mind. It was developed by this evil scientist. Sorry, I just moved the camera a minute. But when Ashens finds Eli's research into the project, it triggers a memory for him about when he was younger, and his dad told him about how he was working on a project and actually left him to go and work on that project, left him and his sister actually to go work on a project, which turned out to be the Polybius. I hope that's not a spoiler, I don't think it is. His dad, played by Nigel Fares, I've just written down here that I keep forgetting to say. Eli and Ashens assemble a team, excuse me, to go and pull off a heist to get back to Polybius, which is currently in the possession of Anthony Agonis, who's a character played by Stuggy, I believe is how you say it. I don't know the actor's name on IMDb. Is Stuggy or Stoogie, it's got double G's. Don't really know how you pronounce that, but yeah, he's played really well by that guy, and he basically wants to destroy all technology that was made that was like older than 3 years old, which works because obviously Ashens and the YouTubers involved in the team mainly review kind of old tech, so that kind of was a good joke. I like how they played on that. The film is filled with loads of innuendos and silly jokes that I'm sure if you're a fan of Ashens or any other of the YouTubers that appear in this film, I'm sure you'll love. It really does connect to that audience, and that's what I kind of want to talk about in the next part. Overall, the acting in the film is not amazing, but I don't think you'd expect it to be. It's not a film that's going to be Oscar worthy or anything like that. It's certainly made for a community, and I think if you like any of the YouTubers that appear in this film, they definitely bring those personas to the film. I think if you like any of their content they do regularly, you'll definitely like their appearances in this film. Although saying that, I would like to have seen more of Barry Lewis. I think a lot of people would have, but what he does do in the film is really interesting, and he is funny in it, but I think he could have had a bigger part, and I think he would have done a great job of that. Although also on that subject, I think that Eli Silverman really surprised me. I mean, he's known for doing the Cheap Show podcast with Paul Gannon, who sadly isn't in this film, who again I would have liked to see him in the film. I don't know why he wasn't, to be honest. But yeah, Eli has a really big part in this film. I hope that's not a spoiler, but yeah, and he's really good, and I don't know if it's more. It wasn't a surprise that he was good. It was a surprise that he was just in it so much. I didn't really expect that. But that was a really cool thing to see. There's also a woman called Katia Kavin, something like that. I hope I pronounced that okay. Basically, she plays a character just called Vocal, who essentially impersonates the staff members of the facility over the phone, so they can keep the staff busy while the heist is taking place. She was really good. Turns out she's actually an impersonator, she's a comedian who does impersonations as a job anyway, so that kind of makes sense, kind of fed that into the role, obviously. Yeah, she was really good, she really stood out for me. One other thing that really stood out for me was that there was no real big celebrity appearance. Robert Llewellyn's back as the professor. He's only in it for one scene, but he is in it. But in the first film, there was also a celebrity appearance by Warwick Davis, but there wasn't anything like that in this film, which is a bit of a letdown, but it's really minor compared to how good the rest of the film is. I would say the film is marginally not quite as good as the first one, although it definitely doesn't suffer like sequelitis. It's not like terrible, but it's definitely really, it's in fact it's really enjoyable, but it's just not quite as good as the first one. I would like to have seen more of certain characters, but then I guess it's kind of like something like Avengers. You like certain Marvel films because they have your character plays a bigger role in them, and I think that's kind of what I'm looking at this from, in the sense I would like to have seen more of Barry. Like I said, like he's in the poster, but he's not really in the film that much. But yeah, overall I'm going to give the film a 7.5 out of 10. I don't usually do this, but I will say that the film is available to pre-order from Vimeo. It's $5.99 and it is released officially on Thursday, 19th of November. And I do recommend going to see this because it helps spread the industry and get helps creativity blossom, I guess, and helps make more original content like this. And I really enjoyed it, and also I've just realised I forgot to mention the opening titles. The opening titles in this film are amazing. Whoever put the song and the animation work to it did a really good job. I mean, it's a parody of Bond, like a lot of this film could be seen as, and it's just really well done. If you still not convinced whether to watch the film or not, just watch it for the titles, because they are really impressive. At least I thought so anyway. But yeah, the film's released on Thursday, 19th of November, $5.99 on Vimeo. Go check it out, and I will see you again in my next video.